Hello and welcome back, students. Today we are going to start the second poetry of your literature book, that is Where the Mind is Without Fear. It's written by Rabindranath Tagore. He was a patriot and is the person who has written that uh, Gitanjali and won the Nobel Prize for that. And so, Where the Mind is Without Fear by Rabindranath Tagore is one of the vastly read and discussed poems. So, it is already read and listened the poem. It was originally composed in Bengali, possibly in 1900 under the title Prarthna. So, that poetry name was Prarthna, meaning prayer. So, it appeared in the volume called Nibedeya in 1901. And later in 1911, Tagore himself translated the Bengali poem into English, and that translation appeared as poem 35 in his Nobel winning anthology, as I told you, Gitanjali, means song offerings, published by the Indian Society, London in 1912. So that's the story behind that, the poetry. Let's see the poetry. And when he has written that one, the poem was written, India was under the British rule and people were eagerly waiting to get their freedom from the British rule. So he has written that poet on that time. The poem is written in the form of a prayer to God, the Almighty, for a true freedom for his country. And the Tagore reveals his own concept of freedom throughout the poem, where the mind is without fear. Let's see the line by line what is talking about. So first two line as where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. So this means that the poet prays to the Almighty that his countrymen should be free from any fear of oppression or forced compulsion. He wishes that everyone in his country has his head held high in dignity. In other words, according to him, in a truly free country, every person should be fearless and should have a sense of self dignity. He wished for that. That's why he's written this line. He wished all the way. Next written that where knowledge is free. It's very important line and deep meaning of this one, where knowledge is free. So in this line, where the mind is without fear, the poet dreams of a nation where knowledge would be free. Education should not be restricted. We know that. Okay, to the upper class only, but everybody should be allowed to acquire or get the knowledge. Not only that, the children should learn freely from the nature and the world around them. They should not be forced or memorize some predetermined lessons. And this is Tagore's typical concept of education. That's why the justification of this line, where knowledge is free. So next line says that where the world has not broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. Fragments means pieces or parts. So in these lines, it is said that a poet emphasizes the unity of not only of his countrymen but also to the entire world. He thinks there should be no division among people based on their, we can say, caste or creed, region, religion, color, or any baseless superstitions and all. In other words, we can say that superstition should not divide the people in groups or break their unity. And we accept nowadays that superstitions, it's all bullshits, and we can say that what we say, it's not the way or not the base we can divide the people, and it is very harmful to pose anything to anyone. Next line says that in line 5, where the mind is without fear, okay, where words come out from the depth of truth. This is the line, where words come out from the depth of truth. So in this line, poet wants a nation where people are truthful. Those are truthful, they should not be superficial, and words should not come out from the depth of their hearts. Okay, should come the words should come out from the depth of their hearts, means no, we can say that no false things and no um, fear or no that superficial, or that words should be pure from the people to the people. Next line is, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. This is also the best line of this poem. The poet wants everyone to work hard to reach their goal. Everyone works for Everyone should work for their own goal, and in the long run to reach perfection. He thinks they should not be tired by working. People should not be lazy and ignoring their work. So laziness is the uh, biggest problem of anyone's life or everyone's life to achieve or make the goal. Next line is, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habits. What it said that, see, Tagore compares reason or logical thinking to a clear stream, and in the next line compares dead habits or superstitious, I told you, beliefs, superstitious beliefs, to a dreary desert. He wants to stream of reason not to lose its way into the desert of prejudices. In short, people's thought should be monitored by rational thinking, not by superstition. Logic should rule over old baseless beliefs. In all the things, logic must be there. Means without logic or without any point, we cannot believe, we should not believe, we should not agree to anything or anyone. Next line is saying that, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action. And here he wishes his countrymen to be progressive and broad minded. He wants that their mind are led forward to ever widening thought and action by the Almighty. In short, we should be open minded and do something unusual or extraordinary, overcoming the narrowness of mind. So, helping to anyone and pushing the lower people, lower caste people, and to be to do not be a slave of upper class caste people like this. So, don't be the narrow minded, should be broad minded. And the next line saying that, into the heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. So here, father is telling to the God, referring to the God, and the poet addresses the God as father. He asks him to awaken his country into such a heaven of freedom where the above conditions meet. The conditions already described, that education must be free and it will be the process of learning by the nature, by the world around them, not to be forced to learn the prescribed lesson or predetermined lessons, that no, you have to learn this lesson only. Children should learn by the nature and by themselves. So this is the end of the poetry, and if you have any face any problems, you can ask that. I'll be sharing the summary and the question answer of that. Thank you.